Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me when anything just be.me. In this video, I wanted to put something nice on, put some jewels on, because it feels like a celebration. In this video, normally it's kind of like I'll get a message just kind of while I'm doing my day-to-day tasks, and it's kind of like, right, needs to get on before this energy fades. And because it's the energy that I'm sharing, it doesn't really matter about the words. It's the energetic value, the key codes that I'm sharing with you, that's important. So I need to come on before kind of like that energy starts to fade away. But yet today, it was different. They said, yeah, you've got time to put your jewels on, put something nice on, comb your hair, turn up in a celebratory way. So the celebration, why are we celebrating today? So it's the 7-7 portal, 7-7 gateway. It doesn't really matter about the date. It's just the energy, of today, right now. It's just the energy of whatever is in alignment, planetary, collectively. That's kind of like what we are feeling into. And the feeling into it is the end to suffering. So this is why I'm in a little bit of a celebratory mode. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of like, when I've done this video with you, yeah, I'm going to continue with a little bit of painting in my house and, my kitchen, and, try and get this thing sold. But then after that, it's going back to the disciplined state. I'm going to go for a run, walk, nature, whatever it is, even a camp out maybe tonight, a little bit of wild swimming, eat clean, whatever it is, meditate, just be still, listen to the sounds of nature, to just feel that energy, of creative source energy back within me, so then I can be the projector of that to all of you. So it's taking time out to the disciplines. So the end to suffering. So today is a gateway. It's an invitational gateway. And when I see kind of like gateways, I always see them as arches, the shape of angels' wings, that's another archway. The heart shape is another arch shape. Whenever I see an arch shape, churches, buildings, you can see them everywhere. Whenever I see the shape, it's always a message to me, of an invitation for renewal. So when there's an invitational for renewal, it's time to just be still, to retreat, unpack the bag. And when I'm talking about unpack your bag, it could be karma, it could be past life stuff, it could be just what have I got going on the situation now. For me personally, it's about the blank chalkboard. It's about, well, what do you want? What do you want personally? What will make your heart flutter with joy, absolute joy, like a butterfly on its first day of flight? What opens that heart space up for you? And sometimes this is quite difficult to feel into, as to, well, what is it that I want? And so to me, there was kind of like three guides that were coming in today. I'll give you the first one. Sunat Kumera. I don't know why I went like that. Strange. To shine the light. Internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So I feel kind of like this is a collective thing. That the light is literally, so like the last fortnight, there has literally been two activations. Two DNA upgrades in like 2 weeks. So kind of like over like the last decade, something like that, we may have had one every 3 months, one every 4 months, one just whenever it was required or needed, to whenever it was in alignment particularly for that. Now, humanity collective, and this is why I want to celebrate, and this is why I want to share the celebration energy with you today as well, is to celebrate all of you that I literally have spent the time over these last few years, over this ascension time plan, to literally unpack. So literally unpack your old programmed ways of being that are no longer serving you. To literally just sit down with that question and what is serving me and what isn't anymore. What is serving me in regards to the people around me, what is serving me with regards to the consumption and the things that I'm putting in and on my body, because don't forget your skin is porous, so whatever it is that you're putting on your body gets to those organs anyway. So again, it's having that awareness. What am I putting in my body? What are my energies am I surrounding myself with? Where is it that I live? What is it that I am doing for work? You know, all of these things is unpacking it, unfolding it. What is serving me now? What isn't serving me? Where is it that I'm being a prostitute or a slave to money, the false idol? Because money isn't the thing that actually gives us security or even safety. That is the false idol, the false sense of safety and security. As many of you are finding out that are testing the thresholds of systems and things like that, money is 3D. As you all know, we are evolving into a 5D experience on this planet. So money is going to go out of fashion. A quantum abundance, quantum scheme of finance, something else is going to replace money, the monetary system. Something else is going to come into it. So the chalice, the cup, was also coming in as well to fill with gold. If you are feeling energetically depleted right now, again, a great time to retreat, a great time to surrender into those practices of just anything that brings in stillness, to allow you to just fill your cup back with energy and the divine light. So that was good. So your worth. So once we take the time out from not prostituting ourselves or to what somebody else wants us to do, somebody else's to-do list, somebody else's work job for that money, whatever it is. So look out, so unpack your bag. Where is it that ain't being the prostitute for XYZ? Also as well, if you've got like a spiritual based venture or a purpose that you want to fulfill, where is it that potentially somebody in your life may be holding you back? Where is it that you're actually prostituting yourself for love? Or that false sense of security, Disney princess, prince. You don't need it really in the scheme of things. When you are sovereign, it's coming in for you. Take the time out to retreat and receive your divine love, receive your divine energy, receive your divine healing. Take that space and time out to breathe, take in nature, and just take whatever it is that your soul and your body and your mind needs right now. So, light activations, DNA upgrades. So again, it's kind of like, we are not here to suffer. We are not here to suffer. So Jesus, the minute that he, was on his journey of suffering, he was given the energy, his disciplines, his practices to say, yes, I can still see the pain. I can still, feel the pain. I'm still sensing it with my human senses. But there is something, a layer on top of it that is allowing to ease it for me into my transformation. And this is the whole point of your daily love disciplines. It's unpack, and that's really difficult as to whatever it is that you've got going. But on the other hand, for those of you that have got your daily disciplines, it lightens the load. There's nothing wrong with suffering. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. If you're in it, you're in it. It's absolutely beautiful. But how much you want to focus on is entirely up to you. So if you want to focus in a way a little bit less from suffering, then can I get into nature? Can I eat clean? And do the daily disciplines that will just So rather than really honing in on this, you've got a little bit of that as well to just balance up a little bit of. So can you see where the focus is going? So it can help balance things a little bit in the old suffering platform. Another reason why we are in celebration today, I know many of you will have felt like pushing a boulder uphill, and where the heck is the top of this hill gonna be? Yes, there's still some boulder pushing to be done, that's fine, but can you take a little bit of time out right now just to have a little bit of celebratory to you, to yourself, to take time? How far have I travelled? What is it that you've learned right now on my journey, and allow that to unfold. None of us are alone. We are literally, our hands are being held on this journey. Decision making is going to get easier. So for those of you that are feeling it in the teeth, where is it, your blank chalkboard of where is it that I'm going to go? What is it that I'm going to do? What is it that my heart desires right now? You don't have to think about it. You don't have to kind of like scratch your head anymore and think, oh my goodness, which door am I going to choose to walk through? Your hand would be led through the right door, and your heart will tell you when it's the right door that you're in. Even if you've not gone through the right doorway, it doesn't matter. It's just open the door and walk back through it and choose another door. So it doesn't matter in the scheme of things. But the right door will be the one that you literally go through with ease and grace, and you literally feel like you are gliding through it rather than having to choose which door that you are going through. So that is the difference in humanity as to where we are going. So this is the unfolding path. Wherever any human being is individuating right now as to wherever you are on a path right now is perfection and beautiful. You are the diamond with inclusions. So just take that time out to just literally get back to how shiny you actually are right now. You will be feeling dull because you maybe of unpacking and using that energy to unpack and upgrade your DNA, and we're even shuffling organs about and everything else right now. So it's kind of like, know your worth, you're amazing. If you're feeling like you've got some symptoms going on or anything like that, that's beautiful as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of fear in the space. Take it by the hand and walk with it. Can I still love myself if I'm symptomatic? Can I still love myself if I've got some deep, dank emotions going on? So this is Cancer, the month of Cancer as well, in the zodiac energy, which is all emotional. Water. So water can really help. Drink more. Maybe go to expanses of water as well. This is where kind of like I'm opting for a little bit of maybe wild swimming later or something like that. Bodies of water can just help just cleanse that space out as well a little bit. Connect to the earth. So deeper connections are coming on to this planet as well. And you will be feeling it. So it's take notice of all the elements on this planet as well. So again, if anyone wants to buy my house, I've got Lincruster up the stairwell, which it literally is the 5 elements: earth, water, wind, and fire. I've got stained glass windows, Father Time, Mother Nature, and all the 4 seasons. This for an alchemist, and it's literally located in the heart chakra of the planet, and the heart of the UK. It's so beautiful. Contact me if you are interested. We've brought up our family here and it's been absolutely beautiful. Sorry to make this a little bit of a sales ploy, but you know what? If you don't ask, you don't get. So if anyone that is interested in the alchemist house and the alchemist home, the very heart space, it's been the most energetically beautiful place to raise our children. I am so grateful for being here. But now my path has to unfold further. It's time for me to travel and take my energy to different places, to expand, to bring this heart space of Yorkshire that I have lived in for so long, to take this energy with me and share it with on my path, wherever I am, with whoever I meet. I don't need a home to do that, but it's given me such beautiful energy, and I want to share this with any of you that are interested in this. So contact me, and you know what, we could do a virtual tour, whatever it is that you want. Sorry, right, let's get back to this celebration. So, the Keeper of the Light. The Keeper of the Light, another guide that's been with me today. One of the three wise men, you know, he kind of frankincense, myrrh and gold. Do you know what? He knew what he was doing, didn't he? You know, frankincense balances heavy metals, all your elements in your body, even that, you know, the periodic table, if you know it. That bottom row, radioactive, carcinogenic, you know what I'm saying. And all of these elements are found in, shall we say, the medical interventions that people will take daily on a daily basis. There's nothing wrong with these elements, they're all found in nature. But when they become out of balance, they can unbalance and upset our systems as well. There's always alternatives. Mother Nature has always. So if you are having to take any of these medications right now as well, and again, there's no judgment in it, you are where you are on the unfolding path. Frankincense could be a really, really helpful one for you. Any bottle of frankincense essential oil that's under a £5, don't touch it, it's not good quality. Anything above that, maybe around £12 and over, it can go right up there for a good quality one. Can be taken orally, directly. Now, over the last 6-7 years or so, and you know, I've been into essential oils now for probably about last 15 years, something like that. This guy knows it. They have been amazing for helping me, as you know, I've had Lyme disease, balancing certain health things, helping certain emotional things, to just find an equilibrium and a balance. So they've helped me. You can take frankincense essential oil orally. So doTERRA, an amazing company that sells essential oils. I'm not advocating for them and saying go buy them, but what I have is a doTERRA book, and I call it my Bible of essential oils, because doTERRA have actually done their medical trials in hospitals in the US. So they've done the medical trials on essential oils, and in the book it tells you which ones can be ingested, meaning you can literally take a few drops under your tongue or put it into capsules and take them that way. Which ones you can, which ones you can't. Some are okay for the body to be taken that way, some are not. Some are best used topically. But I know, because I've been using frankincense essential oils for a number of years now, and it really helped me with my Lyme disease and heavy metal issues. So this guy, one of the three wise men, gave it to Jesus. He knew the scar. So the divine path, it's unfolding. So he's about your daily disciplines, your self-love, and the unfolding path, eternal youth as well. He is about the path to happiness, not suffering, and they all are, aren't they? He's staying the light, happiness, not suffering, Jesus, forgiveness. It's kind of like it's all good stuff, really. So he's also about to take time to review your journey. How far have you travelled? What have you learned? What have you unpacked? What do you still need to unpack that makes your journey lighter? What are the bare essentials that you need to keep walking forward? Or can you walk literally in complete faith that everything will be provided for? Wherever you are on this path, like an opening lotus is absolutely okay. You'll be opening one petal at a time. But one thing that I want to celebrate today is checking in with the collective, is around 1/3 were kind of like actively doing daily disciplines, actively bringing creative source energy as soon as they wake up in the morning, and as soon as and carrying it throughout the day, and connecting to source kind of like just before you go to sleep. You just in it, you're just in that etheric field, the connection. So and listening to the guidance. So 1/3 of us, 1/3 of the collective. Now that is 60% of the planet that is now doing this. So, we only needed 1/3. So we started off on this planet with 0.1%, 1% of the planet. So that drop in the ocean of that 1% then grew to 1/3, is now a 60th, 60%. So all of you that have been unpacking, all of you that have been doing the shadow work, it's time to celebrate today. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate those others. I also want to celebrate as well. So this was another thing that was coming in with this themed card, forgiveness. So something that was coming in was in my Akashic field, I've done several ascensions over several planetary systems, several ascensions, and they're all different, they're all unique. This one, I can honestly say, feeling into it, feels like the hardest of them all that I've ever done. And asking my higher self, what is the reason for that? And the reason for that is that this is the only planet of free will. And in my Akashic field, I'm feeling into a remembrance of when this planet was created. And it was said it cannot be done. Creating a planet of free will cannot be done. It will not survive. It's just pure stupidity. It's just ridiculous. Yet here we are. The 2012 where we could have destroyed ourselves has passed. So the guardians of our planet, I want to celebrate you. You sit round a table of 8. And you are also here incarnate as well. You've known when to protect. You've known when to step up. You've known when to step back. And it's just to celebrate the table of 8, round the round table, that we're here with King Arthur, that we're here in times of dragons and unicorns, in that dimensional frequency of this planet. And they are here right now with us. So it's to celebrate you. To celebrate the dragons, the dragon energy of fire, of passion, of creation, beautiful, beautiful beings that won't betide them if you piss them off. So always teaches us to be humble, because they literally, like this guide, can see through your soul. And also kind of like this guide appears kind of like an energy that isn't of this planet, like an energy that is off planet. And we're going to see more of this, like an energy that is off planet. And it'll seem a bit weird and it'll seem a bit foreign, but it look like us as well in the same way, but not quite. So there'd be similarities but differences. But because of the 60% quota, and this is why I want to celebrate Ollie, because of the 60% quota of no fear, or recognise when you're in fear rather, because when I say no fear, that's ridiculous. We need fear. Fear is beautiful. We need it to create courage. So I love fear. But 60% of us are recognising, 60% of the collective are recognising when we are in that energy. Also as well, kind of like the beings, this is why this ascension has been, no, it's not different to other ascensions. There's been other beings that have been slowing down, other ascensions as well. So that's not the difference of this ascension. This ascension is purely because it is free will. when we've done other ascensions on other planetary systems, it hasn't been a planet of free will, so that made things a lot easier and a lot simpler as a collective. Now, on this planet, each and every single one of us is individuated and has choice, and we are all on a different time scale and a different section of the path. That's something. So this is why the forgiveness and acceptance, and whether it's acceptance, there's peace of wherever another human being is on their journey and is on their path. Where is it that another being is on their journey in the path? So what I was given today as well, that there is a group of beings in the universe that we're having an involvement in our ascension, and we're slowing it down and we're making it difficult, but we needed them to put that oppression on to create freedom. We needed them to put that tension on because that's where things grow from. We needed that suffering to find the pleasure. So we needed them. So even though they made the ascension difficult, and this civilization is no more, it's just no more. So the civilization, no, I can't even use the word civilization. These beings, rather, who were fourth dimensional beings, were not infinite soul like the human being. They didn't have that energy. They didn't have the ever youthful like the human being has got the potential of. And again, this is just a mind program that we've been given, that you can only live till 80, you can only live to this, your body decays, look at your eyesight, goes at 40. Bullshit. It doesn't have to. We are now entering times of the blank chalkboard. Write on what program you want to experience. Do I want to live for another 300 years? Do I want to even, to live to about 120? What is it that you want? Do you want your body to decay? Right, well, start eating clean then. Start doing your daily disciplines, because you can stay ever youthful. And ever youthful as well is feeding into the magic. That childlike Venusian magical state of being, that all things can be possible, all things can be brought into reality. So the past couple of days is kind of like really been feeling into that as well, the magic energy, the purple, the crown, the third eye, the imagination, right? I am, so therefore it is kind of energy. So these fourth dimensional beings that I was being told about today, forgiveness, they were part of the plan, but they are no more. So can we touch our hearts and honour the beings for what they were? So we've ascended into fifth because we've surpassed the quota. Those of you that haven't, that's beautiful. I don't fear your path. Your path is your path, and it will unfold to whatever it unfolds. If you go back to the love of source to ascend, you will go back to the love of source ascend. There is nothing to fear there whatsoever. Do I fear your suffering? No, I don't fear your suffering, because it's just the path that you are on, and that's okay. Do I choose to be around somebody else's suffering? Well, that's my choice and free will as to whether I want to or don't want to, quite frankly. So choices, the beauty of free will, enjoy it. Enjoy the free will. Enjoy the freedom. So because these fourth dimensional beings, and before their complete demise, and they are in not existence now, so there is nothing holding humanity back anymore. The only thing that we are seeing playing out in the collective at the moment is the minions that were under their, shall we say, delegation. So these fourth dimensional beings, yes, they made it difficult for us. Yes, they kind of like did a lot of shady, shonky stuff. So I was told as well that Yeah, pancreas. That there is. I do feel angry about these events. Um, so the say this on YouTube or maybe blocked, but I will anyway. So the sacrifices, you know, all of that stuff that was going on, you know what I'm saying, with small people and things like that, you know what was going on, has now come to an end. The light is on it. People will be starting to talk about it, but it is no longer in existence. So again, this is kind of like another celebratory milestone that is no longer going on. Everybody, it's quit. It's no longer going on. And again, you know, this was all part of the experience and all part of the ascension. And again, kind of like, you know, hands to the heart for every human being that put their hand up before they came incarnate and said, I would participate in those experiences. And you will be talking about the level of depravity, um, as to what we were in. And this just highlighted the corruption within each human being. So if you're seeing the corruption without, where is it that you have corruption within? So it's coming back to your integrity, it's coming back to your authenticity, living from the heart and not the head. That is the corruption. As to what program state is up here, that is the corruption, because whatever is up here is programming your cells and your body. So that is corrupt. You are corrupting your own DNA. By the help and guidance of these fourth dimensional beings. However, just before their demise, their wish was that they could be infinite like a human being. Well, they couldn't. They just weren't created that way. However, this is what I was given, that just before their demise, they did manage to ascend with us in a fifth dimensional state of being. So one of the programs in the fifth dimensional way of being, is it just is. There's no right or wrong. Yes, I can fear, but can I see further than the fear? So they left the existence without fear, which is the beautifulness about it. So even if, you know, as a human being, and this goes to you human beings that may have experienced the depraved experiences that were being created, forgiveness. Do you know what? Some beings don't deserve our forgiveness, and that's okay. That is perfectly okay. But in our own beingness, and this is the healing, this is where the healing comes from, is, can I forgive myself for not forgiving? That is the important way of being. It's okay that you can't forgive. It's absolutely okay. That's your truth. So there will be beings, human beings on this planet that can forgive, and there will be human beings on this planet that are unable to forgive the other beings for the experiences shared. And this goes to other people as well that have been hurt by other people, that are just that, you know, hurt people that are hurting. But no longer will we be used as a commodity to these other beings. So when we were being used as a commodity, it's literally because they knew that they had to fight for their survival, and whatever we had was instrumental to their survival. But because human beings chose in their free will to ascend into fifth dimensional experience on the planet, they knew that their experience here was going to end. So let me just ask these questions. So has every single one of these fourth dimensional beings, are they no longer, shall we say, their energy in existence? No. Have they moved on to other planes or planets? No. So that's not to say that these beings or similar type beings may be created to instrument another planetary ascension. So that is a potential as well. There's all potentials and possibilities. But with regards to these beings and the relationship between humans and these beings, it no longer is therefore. So the minions, what we're going to see playing out is just literally clearing up after their party, literally. So these beings had a very narcissistic energy about them, and it was about their survival. They had to take for their survival. They weren't givers. They weren't givers. So a narcissistic energy will not give two figs about your survival. They just will not care. They are incapable of love. They are incapable of compassion. However, what these beings were capable of was getting things done, delegating. So, we have seen many things built on this planet, constructed, platforms and programs constructed, but their energy was never infinite, not like the human beings. So whatever they constructed they knew was never going to be infinite. And they will have created stuff that hasn't been infinite before, and that's okay. So, moving forward for humanity, there's nothing to stop us now. There's nothing to stop us. And it's kind of like entering into the drama of kind of like red or blue, who got voted in, and there's kind of like been protests, and that's great. If you feel like you need to be heard, you feel like you need to be heard, and that's part of your path unfolding, and that's everything is beautiful. However, do we actually really need a red or blue party to actually instruct us when we are free, to instruct us when we are wealthy, to instruct us when we are abundant, to instruct us when we are healthy? Do we need that when we are internally guided? And this is the end to the corruption. This is the end to the corruption. The corruption is we feel like we need guidance from an external source. We don't. You come home to your beingness of internal, you've got an internal compass, internal navigation centre. It's okay to choose a couple of doors until you find your right one, which is where we've been. That's absolutely fine. So again, nature of forgiveness, forgive yourself. You might have gone through the wrong door, that's fine. Is it serving me? Is it feeling comfortable? Or not comfortable is the wrong word. Am I suffering in it? If I'm suffering in it, right, get out, choose another door. You've got free will, you've got the choice, but you have to be the one to literally use your feet and choose and use it. If your feet are coming up, there's something where your body does not want to carry you to. Trust your feet. Don't go where they are taking you, because obviously your higher self does not want to go. Trust your feet. Everything is relational. Everything is giving you a message right now, screaming at you. Not screaming at you now. That's not the right choice of words, because your higher self will never scream at you. Your ego will scream at you. But your higher self may higher the octave a little bit or higher the volume, but it will never scream at you like your ego. So that's the difference. So the message for humanity at the moment is feeling into your heart space. What is it to unfold? Where is it that I'm on my path? What is it that I need to unpack? What is it that I am putting back in the rucksack? And this is the thing, isn't it? There are some of us that are asking to literally, take it if you are on a walk or a pilgrimage, wherever it is that you want. So this is what the Camino kind of like really taught me on this path. So the Camino is a walk. There's many trails, France to Spain, Portugal, wherever it is. So I went on a Camino this year, and this is what it taught me: that perhaps if we unpacked everything out of the rucksack and literally left the rucksack by the roadside and walked forward with nothing, it may get uncomfortable because there is nothing there if the weather changes, um, nothing there if we may get hungry. Yes, you can have that, all my needs will be met, all my needs will be provided for. Where is it that I'm using that in privilege and just, my expectations, oh yeah, I don't need anything, I don't need to carry anything. Maybe you do need to carry something lightweight just so you've got something with you. So what I'm saying, this is a metaphor for don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That those of us in the collective, that may be thinking, I need to break down systems, I need to fight. And there's nothing wrong with fighting for anything either. Protection is another form of love. Maslow's law. So Maslow's law for survival was shelter, food, warmth. Without those three things, survival is quite difficult. So look at the hierarchy that has been at the top, that is no longer at the top. Where was it putting those three things at risk? Shelter, food, warmth. So those people that have experienced your home being repossessed for, not even in legal ways, because you've asked questions, you've been questioning something. So where is it that your home, your shelter, your basic need has been taken away from you? Food. And again, the hierarchy, where is it that they've been controlling farms and food supplies, supermarkets, making, where is it, with your little personal shopping apps and everything, that you might get 8% off your week shopping, but you're literally giving them the information as to your basic needs, as to what the collective buys. Where is it that that information can be manipulated? So your 8p that you might save in that week shopping, that 8 pence might go on your basic needs, just saying, in the future. And don't forget, the beings that were at the top, that were putting a kibosh and everything, they're no longer here. But we still have to deal with the minions that think they haven't got the memo yet. They still think that they've got the support behind them, and they have not. They got jack. They've got nothing. But they still feel like they've got the wind beneath the wings. They haven't. So shelter, food, warmth, utility supplies. Okay. So look at where the powers that be are literally potentially manipulating. We've had old people this winter, that's been a cold winter, fearful of literally putting their heating on because they can't afford the electricity bill. Just this piece of information about patents and free energy technology that is literally being hidden for years and years and years. So we have been denied the opportunity for free energy by these beings at the top, right? They've gone. Minions. It's just literally the mere minions. So it's interesting, kind of like the Minions cartoon. And that's what it is. It's a cartoon. Literally, it's comedy. It's a joke right now. So there is nothing to. There's nothing now here. It's just mere minions. So that's going to open up as well. So the patents. So free energy technology is coming in. Watch this space. For those of you, you might need to tap in and tune on for that information, but just watch this space as to where that's going to come in. There's been a lot to unpack. Hey, hi son.
Where's the squirty serum thing?
It's underneath my dressing table. in the blue case.
Right.
Apologies. Family. Beautiful. A lot to unfold there, a lot to unpack. But the main thing of this is celebrate, retreat, get back to those daily disciplines, and a big, awesome, well done. Know your worth if you need to. Retreat, unfold, receive, just be, and give thanks. Sending you all my love out there, sending you all this beautiful energy of celebration, magic. Remember your magic within you, and acceptance of things unfolding the way that they need to unfold, and no fear in another's path. I don't need to involve myself in anyone else's business, just my own path, and take responsibility for that only. Those of you that are being called up right now, though, to learn about yourself in healing practices with other individuals, again, love and support to you as well. So we are all on different paths. Those of you that have potentially done that contract and done that, and again, we're all at different phases. Some may have done one thing first and another thing first. So those of you that are just holding the light energy, that are being called not to do the healing because you've done it, or it's just not for you, that might be something that you may be doing in the future. For those of you that are just doing nothing and just holding the energy, and being beautifully selfish right now, my love goes out to you as well. So in this awesomeness of this ascension journey, wherever it is that you are, just remember how awesome you are, how divine you are, no matter wherever it is that you are at. Love to you all. Goodbye. Enjoy.